Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your reading for the week of July 17th to the 23rd, 2023. We will be reading with runes, oracle, and tarot. So, starting your reading out, we have Kanaz in reversed, the rune here. And guys, this shows that this week you're feeling sort of like a light, a love in your life is kind of fading away for someone or something. Your heart's not as into something or someone as it once was, and you're kind of questioning, should I kind of like slowly back away from this and be more receptive to new love, new light, new situations that may be more fulfilling for me. So it's a really natural type of process and progress here where it's just like your heart is just slowly becoming less and less vested and interested into this person or this situation, this job, whatever it may be. Okay? So the energy oracle is, the world reversed. This is pretty much very, very similar to what we just said here. Whenever the world comes out in a reading, it really shows like the end of one chapter and the beginning of a brand new chapter. And we even see here like this darkness, half the world is dark. And it's like that fading light experience that we just talked about here, where it's like, slowly it's just like your heart is less and less interested. This like the sun is setting. It's a very natural progression. It's not like this big dramatic thing where it's like suddenly you're fired or you quit all of a sudden or there's this huge breakup. It's just like, my heart, I'm just like kind of backing away, distancing myself. This could be from a friend, a job, a relationship, anything. We also have the 5 of fire to pair up with this energy this week, and as you can see, it's a very masculine card and aggressive, a lot of Mars energy here. And this card represents, people having their own very passionate beliefs that they're not really going to change, and it's like a fight every time, and it's just like the way that you see life is very different from the way that someone else sees life. And I feel like that's kind of causing this fade in love, attraction, and your heart not being into it anymore. It's just not aligned with your core values. So for example, this could be a friend who, like, let's just say they don't change, they never change, or the way that they view politics in the world, it just really does not resonate with you on a core level. And it's just like the more you get to know this and the more you're just not meshing well. I don't know how else to put it. It's just you're not meshing well anymore with someone. The light is fading. Your interest in this is fading, okay? So 9 tarot cards to show this week ahead. First card out is the 3 of Cups. All right, beautiful. So this is friendships. This is celebration of life. And having the first card out be the 3 of Cups shows that in the past few weeks and months, you might have been very interested and invested into your friendships, your relationships. It's a beautiful card that shows celebration. Early on in this week or this weekend before this week, you may have been partying or going to some type of big event, or just kind of more surrounded by people, a community, finding your community, your people, groups that you feel really content and happy with here. So that is fun. Second card out is the 3 of Pentacles. Again, a very good community card. Your community is strong, it's thriving. And I feel like the people who you are interested in, it's beautiful. Like you are really happy with a certain activity that you do with a group of friends or family. Like I'm seeing an activity paired with socialization that brings you a lot of joy. So maybe you are, you've gotten into a routine of like every single week you go to brunch with a friend, or you go to the gym with your gym partners, or like, you've gotten yourself into a really nice routine where you're like socially satisfied, but also satisfied with the activity that comes along with it. And because of that, it may make you feel less wanting to hang out with or see someone else. Does that make sense? Someone who you don't really have that with. It's just like I don't know how else to put it other than your heart is kind of fading away as this new love is emerging in your life. This new routine is emerging in your life. So it's not a bad thing at all. It feels very neutral, actually. We see beautiful friendship, like kinship type of energy coming through. Like I said, a shared activity on a regular, consistent basis that you're doing, you're helping build each other up in some way. So for example, if it's like just going out to brunch every Sunday with your friends, during that brunch, you may really uplift each other and support each other with whatever's going on in your life and just talk about things and be a good emotional support for each other. Or if it's like going to the gym or going for a jog with a pal, with a friend, it's like you're uplifting each other by being there as you're bettering your lives. Or this could even be like you found a class or some type of community that's into the same stuff you are, and it's just so exciting to connect with them, talk with them, and help, better each other in your craft, in your hobby. So I just see you with a really supportive, awesome community here. Beautiful. Third card out is the Eight of Cups. Yep, and this is showing you walking away. Oh no, and look, we literally see the fading light. This light is fading and you're headed towards this light that's emerging. Wow. These messages are very clear here. Very clear. Like your heart is just not in someone anymore. It's like your love for them has sank in. And guys, this is totally natural. It happens all the time. Like, people who are our soulmates and they're great friends for us, we really connect with them. We match vibration with them. But as we grow as a person, our vibration may shift, and hopefully it's going up, it's raising, it's increasing. Some people it could go down, it could just change in general. And it's only natural to sometimes just grow apart from someone who you were once close with, and that's totally fine. Spirit is validating that feeling that you're having here, acknowledging it and saying it's okay. You don't need to hold on to this connection out of obligation. It's okay for you to focus on these other friendships and relationships that just feel more right. Does that make sense? Second row out for you, fourth card, we have the Ace of Swords in reversed. This is a new direction, new communication wanting to come through here, but it's being blocked for some reason. So I want to see the card next to this and perhaps underneath it. Center of your spread next to that card is the Seven of Cups in reversed. Okay, a little bit of overthinking, daydreaminess, lots of creativity as well. There's this pondering of what do I do now? For some reason, where do I go now? What do I do now? What is my next step with this? Where is this going? Those types of questions may be coming up for you this week. It seems like there's a lack of clarity on your personal future right now. So if there's been some type of big transition in your life, or you're going through a big transition in your life, like graduating, moving, breaking up with someone, letting someone go, it's just okay, now what? What does this new chapter look like for me? So I kind of see you thinking about that. There may be some apprehension, maybe not everything is set in stone. For example, if you're breaking up with someone and you're living with them, you have to move out. It's okay, I got to figure out my living situation and all these details here. So this might be the week for you to do that. Try not to let it cause you any stress, anxiety though. That's one thing I would say. Sixth card out for you is the Ten of Wands reversed. Yeah, I mean, I just keep coming back to this message of your heart's not in it anymore, and it feels like more work. It feels tiring to continuously just try to uphold this relationship or this job or this thing. Your heart just isn't in it anymore. It's draining to kind of lug this around and still keep it here. And some of you are just really frustrated. Also, I'm seeing here someone might have a codependent sibling or roommate or someone or friend that's living with you, and it's just you honestly just want to get on and live your own life and meet new people or invest more in your other friendships, but it's maybe the circumstances, the schedule, you've gotten into a rhythm and a routine where it's you constantly have to see this person, and Spirit's saying you don't have to do anything, okay? You can put down this burden, this feeling of responsibility for this person's well-being. They're a grown adult. It's not your job to take care of them. It's not your job to make sure that, for example, if you're someone's only friend, to me, that's, unless they recently moved, that's kind of a red flag to me. I don't want to be anyone's only friend. You know what I'm saying? That's too much pressure, too much expectation, too heavy. I want everyone in my life to have their own life, and I want to be a part of that life, but I don't want to be your entire world, your entire life. Does that make sense? So you might be in a situation where you might have been codependent with a friend or a partner, but you kind of grew out of it, evolved out of it. This other person might not have, and it's just kind of draining, exhausting to be around them at this point. So I don't know. I am seeing something like that for some of you. Also, I'm seeing here just feeling drained and tired around this person in general, because you might not actually see eye to eye on certain things with them, the way they view the world. You might not like how they view the world at this point. I don't know, maybe your political, religious, ideological, moral leanings are different. I don't know. They've changed over time. You're kind of growing apart. That's what I'm seeing here. And it's Spirit saying it's safe for you to let go. It's safe for you to focus on the future, focus on this new light that's coming into your life. Understand that these things are natural. Sometimes we just grow apart from people and no one's in the wrong. I don't feel like this person's evil. I don't think they're in the wrong. I don't think you're evil. I don't think you're in the wrong. It's just like sometimes this happens. And the sooner you can free yourself and this person from this unfulfilling connection, the sooner you will both find happiness with something that is much more aligned with who you are. You know, when we hold on to these types of relationships where the love seems to be fading, it can actually do some damage, because like you can get resentful, you can get like say things to them or criticize them unjustly. You know, sometimes people are just different and nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's just a different way of looking at things. And to sit here and be frustrated with how someone else is living their life, I mean, you could just be doing better things with your time, I think. Final row out for you, 7th card, is the 9 of Wands in reversed here. So this usually comes out when there's like a fear of opening up, a fear of letting other people in. Interesting. I want to see the next card. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Brand new start. Brand new like money or opportunity coming in. I keep seeing opportunity. It doesn't... For example, like this could be a new job or like a new location, some type of big change in your life for sure. But for others of you, I'm also seeing like a new opportunity to pursue a hobby or a dream more seriously. Like there's an opportunity here. Like say if you've been repeating to yourself, like I want to learn how to do pottery, like I want to learn how to make mugs and ceramics, like it looks like something I'd be interested in, you know, maybe if I like it and I'm good at it, like I could even like do a little side business with it one day. Like you have this idea in your head and then this opportunity comes forward, like you meet someone and they're like, oh my gosh, well I actually know this pottery studio and like I totally would love to go with you, like maybe we could do this like once a week, I don't know. So it's like an opportunity like that coming through that's really fun, really exciting, but you're kind of scared to take it on for some reason. Interesting. I don't know why you're scared, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it's out of your comfort zone, or maybe you still hold on to this old paradigm that's like fading light, if that makes sense. This thing that you're no longer resonating with. You still kind of cling to that comfort because there's so much new entering your life, like new. I'm seeing a lot of newer type of people around you or environments for some reason. So that can be a little bit uncomfortable at times, but in a good way. And I just see a really good opportunity coming forward for you that will really create a beautiful community somehow. Like it'll open up a new community for you of people that you can tune into. And like, I don't know, this is such a specific message, or like maybe you always wanted to do yoga, so you sign up for a yoga class and you're scared because you don't normally do things like this. But like that opens the doors to like the whole yoga community and like the people from that class, and maybe someone agrees to go with you and like you can become closer with them, and it's like, okay, we're gonna do our weekly like yoga and get lunch or something. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of friendship. I'm seeing a lot of hobbies, like a new opportunity to pursue an activity with someone else or with other people, and it's just more fulfilling than what you have been doing. And this fading light that's in your life, you may feel bad because maybe this other person who's like fading away from you, they might not necessarily have their own hobbies or friends, you know, so it's like you feel bad, but it's like, just let it go, you know. Final card out is the 7 of Swords. Wow. Fading away into the night. I honestly feel like this is you guys. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it's you. Some of you might be trying to do a slow ghost, as I call it, where it's like you're not really close enough yet to someone where having a very formal like breakup is necessarily required, but it's just kind of like slowly just backing away from a friendship, or it's like you're not burning bridges, you know. It doesn't have to be this big dramatic thing. It's just like, I'm gonna just follow my interest here. I don't want to say anything or burn any bridges because like there's no hard feelings here, but it's just naturally my attention is taking me elsewhere, so I will just follow that. And it's like, so I'm kind of like seeing a sneaking off into the night type of energy, like an Irish exit, if you will, from this person or this situation in your life. It's just very quiet. It's very non-dramatic at all. No confrontation I'm seeing. Just walking away, distancing yourself, and headed towards your light. So it's pretty beautiful. This is a reading where I definitely watch for the sun, moon, rising, or Venus, because it'll give you much more fuller overview of this week ahead for you. But beautiful community, new stuff coming through, fading light. They all seem to be the big themes here. It seems like you're going through a transition in life, like your community around you is changing and your activities are changing as well. So exciting stuff. If you want to support me, go ahead and like this video to boost the algorithm, comment how it resonated down below, or subscribe to the channel. If you want to help out in an even more big way, you can go ahead and leave a donation. The link to that is in the description. And you can also get a personal reading with me, one-on-one, spiritual life coaching sessions, or buy a goddess energy intention oil, all of which are on my website, spiritpsychic.com. Okay, thank you guys. Bye-bye.